Good morning, boys and girls. It is Teach Me That Tuesday, and today we are talking about 3D shapes. So I'm going to read what your task is today for math, and then I will go over some ways to complete that task. It says, today you will teach your parents how to draw a shape based on given attributes. Below is a list of attributes. Draw the shape being described. Then give your parents different attributes to another shape for them to draw. So the attributes that you are working with are, I am a 3D shape, I have 0 vertices, 0 edges, and 0 sides. What shape am I? So let's first go back and talk about what an attribute is. An attribute is just a way that we describe a shape. So when we're talking about 3D shapes, there are 3 attributes that we're looking at. And I have them pulled up on your screen right now. They are face, edge, and vertex. So a face is basically just the flat surface of a shape, okay, of a 3D shape, I should say. An edge is basically a side or a hard line in a 3D shape. And the vertex is the corner or the point where 2 edges or lines meet. Vertices is more than one vertex, okay? So I'm going to scroll back up here because maybe it's going to let me. Here are some 3D shapes that I'm sure you've seen before. So you've got a cube, a sphere, a cylinder, 2 cones, and another bigger cube, okay? So if I were going to describe these, I could talk about the faces, okay? I could talk about the edges or the lines, and then I could talk about the number of vertices that these shapes have. All right, so if you were going to describe this shape to your parent on your Teach Me That Tuesday, it says, I am a 3D shape. I have 0 vertices, 0 edges, and 0 sides. So I probably should have stayed on this page up here. Oops. Do you see any shapes that have 0 vertices, 0 edges, and 0 sides? That's right, boys and girls. You should have chosen the sphere. So you drew or you described a sphere to your parents. Now, if you want to look at these other shapes, you can have your parents, you can describe one of these other shapes to your parents and have them draw it. So if I were going to describe the cylinder, I would say, I am a 3D shape. I have 2 faces at the top and the bottom. I have 0 sides, and I have 0 vertices. So I'm describing the cylinder, okay? If I were describing the cone, I would say I am a 3D shape. I have 1 face. I have a point, but I do not have a vertice because I don't have sides that make that vertice, or I don't have edges that make that vertice, or vertex, I guess I should say. Okay, so that's how you complete the Teach Me That Tuesday. Now, if you don't want to draw these shapes, if you just want to find something shaped like them, you can do that. Just because sometimes 3D shapes are hard to find, or are hard to draw, but you can try to draw them. I'm sure if you go on YouTube, you can find different videos that show you how to draw them. Okay, so that's how we talk about shapes. They're attributes. We talk about, I'm going to scroll down one more time. To describe a shape's attributes, you talk about how many faces or flat surfaces they have. You talk about how many edges or hard lines they have, and you talk about how many vertices or points that they have. So have fun with Teach Me That Tuesday. I hope you find some fun shapes and have fun discussing them with your parents. Bye, boys and girls.